Hi guys, welcome back to Fishing in the UK. Tonight I'm going to do a little bit mackerel bashing. I'm just on my way down Frenchman's Bay. It's 8:30 p.m. I've got big red rod with us, got Billy big spool. I'm hoping for a mackerel or two. I've brought the cooker with us as well, so if I catch one, hopefully I'm going to do my first ever catch and cook video. So let's see how it goes. I'm just going to be using a set of mackerel feathers on my beach caster with a fixed spool reel. Nothing fancy, just going to tie that on and hopefully bring in a mackerel. Oh, it's off. No way. Well, that was my first bite of the day and I've lost it. Get back out. I can't believe that, like my first bite of the day, and because I had to turn the camera on, I've missed it. Looks like we're in this time. There we go. That is going to be Saturday night, so let's get them cooked and do my first ever catch and cook video. Right guys, as you've just seen, I've just caught my first mackerel of the year. I've just moved along the coast a little bit because a few people turned up at Frenchman's Bay, so I thought I'd move along here for a little bit peace and quiet, cook this bad boy up and have it for my supper. So let's get it on. Right, so first of all I'm going to have to gut it and fillet it. I think the legal size for a North Sea mackerel is about 30 centimetres, which this is clearly size. So let's get it filleted and then get it on the pan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by going behind the fin here, just straight down to the head, turn it over, and I'll do the same on this side, straight down to the head underneath these little fins here. Take that straight off to there and just pull the head off and discard the head for the animals. Take the guts out, so from its bum all the way to the top. Open this up, just pull all that out. Now I'm going to take a knife and run it down at the top of here, like that. I mean, I'm not the best at fillet in the world, but I'll give it a good shot. Take the knife down, And what you want to do is bring it straight through here, pop it out, bring it down to the tail. There we go. Just work this off all the way till you get the fillet off, leaving as much meat on as you can. There's one fillet. I mean, like I said, I'm no expert at filleting. You're going to have a little line of bones here. You can trim all this off if you want, just to get rid of it, make it a bit neater. Throw that for the animals, and there you go. There's your fillet. Get rid of these bones here. There we go. Here's one fillet, and you just repeat that for the other fillet. Brought a little bit of water with this just to give it a quick wash, just to get the blood off. Give it a quick wash. And there we go. Your first mackerel fillet. Can't get any fresher than that. I'm going to whack it in the pan, and that's going to be me supper. All I'm going to do now is just chop this fillet in half, just because my pan's not very big, what I brought with us. So I've got 2 little bites there. There we go. So this is my little setup, my little camping cooker. Start that up so that's level. Grab the pan, put it on. I'm just going to have it on medium heat. Just get the pan warm, stick a little bit of butter in. There we go, let that melt down. Once that's melted down nicely, just give it a little zhuzh around the pan. All you're doing now is just coating the bottom of the pan just so the fish doesn't stick to it. Now I'm going to take the mackerel. I'm just going to dry it off best I can, like that, to just get as much moisture out of it as you can. Starting to fry. So once your pan's nice and hot, you just want to take your fillet, just put it on like that. Get the other one, same with that one. Just get excess moisture off it so it's nice and dry, and then just wait for that to be cooked. Got a little bit of salt and pepper seasoning here, and I'll whack that on. A little bit of paprika. There you go. Just leave it to cook for a few minutes. So after that's had a couple of minutes on that side, just flip it over, cook it on that side. So that looks about done to me. So unfortunately I forgot to bring a plate with us, so I'm just going to have it on a big kitchen roll. So guys, that was my first ever catch and cook video. I don't think you can get any fresher than this. Straight from the sea. Straight to the pan, straight in your belly. Really can't get any fresher than that. I'm going to cook the second one, the second bit of fillet. So, same again, heat your pan. Want a little bit of butter in. What I've done with this second bit is I put a couple of scores in the back, so hopefully when I put it on it doesn't all shrivel up. So put that in like that. It's still shriveling a bit, but looks like it's going to cook a little bit better than the other one. I'm going to whack a little bit salt and pepper seasoning in straight on the top. Just a tiny little bit paprika. Squeeze of lemon will go lovely with this, but I haven't brought it on, so just have to make do with what I've got. There we go. Just flakes off the bone. Well guys, I think that's all I've got time for. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you soon.